evil queen.
Oh yeah, she went out to talk to Derek X. Remember, they both just sat there in silence.
Oh yeah, she's basically like, I'm gonna like make it so awkward that he has to talk, and he literally went,
yeah,
okay, I can't do this.
I couldn't do that, could you? Like put someone on the spot like that.
But that is like getting right into the psyche.
Yeah, mindfuck.
Like, it is classic Big Brother behaviour. Leave a silence, and people fill it with voice because they can't do anything other than talk. That's what they do in the diary room.
Like a therapy session.
Yeah.
So Derek said to her, "You're not the target."
How did that make you feel?
Derek said to her, "You're not the target," and then she said, "Oh, are you going to put a joker up if I come down?" And Derek's like, "Why do you think that?" And Sarah Beth was like, "Oh, you wouldn't put up a joker." I said,
"Are they still in teams at this point, by the way?"
Yes, I'm not sure.
I think so.
And then Derek said, "If you pick Christian and he uses the veto, I'm going to tell him I'll put up Alyssa." So he was like saying, "Christian's the target, and you better not use a veto, otherwise." Whatever.
Okay. I'm just nodding. Yes. Actually, I think the teams were ended on the last eviction. Though.
Yeah, they were. This eviction, Christian's eviction. So.
Eviction.
I put so Sarah kind of knows Christian's the target now, and I was kind of pontificating. Will she actually tell Christian? Because it's not in her interest to tell Christian, is it? Because Alyssa was saying she wanted to use the veto on Sarah Beth, but she didn't know Christian was the target. Do you remember? She was getting
very
pissy
vaguely.
about it.
Who was getting pissy?
Alyssa, because when it come out that Christian was the target, she was like, "So I would have took Sarah Beth off and looked like a fool."
Yeah.
I was like, well,
Pity the fool.
Luckily, you don't win fuck all. So then, veto meeting is on Sarah Beth's birthday. Oh,
happy birthday!
Sarah Beth
they kept doing that, didn't they?
So yeah, Sarah Beth was singing, "Win the veto, earn your safety, and betray your team," something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was it "Row, row, row the boat"?
So, I don't know if it was to the tune of. But fine. 3 minutes and a half.
Okay. The veto came very early on in the episode. It was this.
Win the veto, earn your safety, and betray your team.
There you
go.
You're right. So this veto was the gym one where they had to wiggle back and forth on that stool and hit the thing. What do you think about that?
I can see a highlights package coming out of this. I felt like it reminded me of when I was a kid and I used to look in my mum's catalogue at the underwear models and like go, "Oh, look, like that's tantalising."
Oh, yeah.
Like, see a little bulge there.
Did you see anyone's bulge?
Are you joking?
Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention.
Kylan was putting these like little purple shorts, and in that squat thing, they had to like bump their bums backwards and forwards. And it was obviously like a pastiche of like 80s workout videos.
Could you see it flapping back and forth?
He was bulging. I mean, he was packing in those, but they were tiny shorts, so most people would be. But
any other?
I thought that's a bit gratuitous.
Oh, I like it. They did one similar to this back in the day, and I remember Janelle being in it and going, "Yeah, it's a bit naughty, isn't it, Big Brother?
It's a bit cheeky.
Kill the FCC. It's a bit outrageous." Anyone else's package worth talking about?
No, I think there were girls taking part.
Oh, that's a shame. What a pity. So the prizes was like the Yankee swap, where you pick, you steal the
packs.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Called a bum bag over here, by the way, America. That's
bum bag.
Tidbit for you.
So and then
2 minutes left.
Do you like they had the towel around the neck when they were doing it?
Oh, you have to. It's the 80s vibe, isn't it? But didn't you think aesthetically they were mixing the 80s and 90s? They had those, squiggly lines and that. I thought that's a bit 90s, really.
It's a crossover.
Well,
so the tension came with the prizes. So Sarah B took 5k.
And someone wanted to take it, and she was like, "Don't take 5k from me."
The way she acted was so her and Alyssa are so spoiled. It's just like, stop. Yeah, she was like, hold on. So. Derek F was perving on Kylan from the balcony above.
Yeah, I felt validated by that.
What did you think of Brittini? Her end game.
Oh, the head spin thing. Fucking hell.
It's like the fucking Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, she went like Super Saiyan.
That was hilarious. I did like that, I must say.
It was cringy, but it was good.
It was
good
cringy,
cringe
but it was
TV.
funny. I could see that being a good gif. Derek tried to take the 5k off Sarah Beth, and she went, "No, please don't."
And then he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And didn't that mean that he definitely wasn't going to get the veto?
Yeah, and he was the toilet.
He's going to be
the
getting
Lord
a
of the
punishment.
latrine.
The toilet attendant. Yeah.
So, Alyssa got a phone call from home. We've not seen that, have we? Probably so boring.
No.
Derek,
phone call, that's quite big.
Derek better make sure he has the votes. Would be so embarrassing if you're doing a poo. Oh, about him having to stand outside.
Lindsay! Lady Lindsay is...
On the porcelain
throne.
I wouldn't like that happening. Also, imagine if I was in the house, you'd have to go to the toilet with me every fucking half an hour, the size of my bladder.
Oh, Derek was like, these people are weeing too much, or something's wrong with them. He said that.
I'd get evicted for that.
Oh, I read something about weeing in the week.
Yeah,
that apparently,
weeing in the week.
Now,
that's all right.
Now we work from home. We wee too often.
Oh.
So, like, when you're at work or when you're out and about, you hold it for longer because there isn't a toilet. But now we've got the toilet all the time. So it means that our brains no longer they become oversensitive because we like pee just whenever we want. So the bladder isn't full, and now we like overreact. So the brain's like, shit, you need to wee now.
Yeah.
But actually, if you were to give it 2 weeks of like restraining from going to the toilet, you would get your strength back of your bladder, and your brain would stop thinking it needs to wee all the time. And we should stop doing just in case wees, like just going to wee because I've got this meeting, just going to wee because I'm going on the train or whatever. Apparently we're not supposed to do that, but I think I need to pee all the time as well, and that's why I do that.
You don't actually, but then when you pee, it's only a tiny bit comes out, and it's like, oh shit.
Did you know that I got locked in the toilet on the train the other day?
Oh, didn't someone have a go at you about it?
The driver got angry at me.
Go on, tell us.
Basically, I went. Do you know when you go to the toilet on the train? It's the toilet with the electric
the sliding door.
Yeah, it's like the toilet roll of doom,
makes
isn't it?
me nervous.
It's like
yeah,
four
it's
in,
like that.
Four out all
yeah.
over again, but you can never get out.
When you're sat on the loo, you're like, oh my god, please don't open, please don't open, please don't open.
I have been on the train before, and it's open, and the guy sat there with his trousers around his ankles.
Shame.
And it was so full, so everyone was packed outside the toilet. Imagine the horror when the door starts to open.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm in the train toilet, and it locks with a button. So once the light is on, it's locked. And then I was done. I flushed. I washed my hands. I went to unlock it. But you just press open, and it wouldn't open. So I kept pressing it, thinking, what am I going to do? Next stop was mine. So I was like, fuck, I'm stuck in the toilet. I need to get off the train.
Did you do the emergency?
Well, I had already pressed it.
Yeah.
And there is a intercom to the driver, and the driver's supposed to speak to you. And he didn't. So I was like, okay, well, there's no response from this. And then there's one also, because it's a disabled toilet or accessible toilet.
Yeah.
And there's one alarm on the floor as well, like underneath the seat. So I pressed that one too. fucking task. Press that button, press that button.
Escape room.
Yeah. Was worst escape room. Anyway, I'm stuck in the toilet. I was thinking I might have to like bang on the door and say, help, I'm stuck in the toilet.
Like me drunk the other night. Help.
And we got to my station, and I'm like, well, I'm probably going to miss the stop and have to go back. But it turns out once you press that emergency button, they're not allowed to leave the next station.
Shit.
The driver walks down. They're not allowed to walk inside the train. I don't know why. They have to get out, walk on the platform.
I wonder why.
I don't know. And he opens the door, and the door was still trying to close. He had to pull it, and I was like, you didn't even respond to the whatever alarm. You didn't answer me. And he was just like, oh, well, I can't move the train until... Yeah, when you press the alarm, I can't move the train out from the station.
Yeah,
said,
so what?
Well,
good.
The door wouldn't open.
Yeah.
It's not working. And I said to him, have you made sure that's off? Because someone else is going to get locked in. And he goes, oh yeah, that's why it's got a cross over it now. I'm just like, he didn't say sorry once. What a cunt. It's like, all he was worried about was being inconvenienced.
Yeah, you give a fuck.
I was stuck in your toilet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll just stay here all day.
Yeah,
that's fine.
What the fuck? That's weird.
Dickhead.
You should complain.
Well, I did tag them on Twitter, and then someone responded, and I think I actually sent them a DM of my tweet moaning about them, which had Danny from BB Australia gift in it. And they were like, if you want to formalise it, you can here, and I just didn't bother.
No, embarrassing, isn't it?
Well, I don't care. It's not that it's embarrassing, I just couldn't be asked.
No,
what do I get out of that?
I know, it's just a waste of time, isn't it? That was a good little story. So Derek was getting pissed off for having to get up people in the middle of the night going for a wee. So then Derek, for some reason, decided to tell Alyssa that he was going to backdoor Christian. I was like, why are you doing...
Why did he do that?
Because he was trying to, make things smoother with her for the week after, but made no sense whatsoever.
Did she tell Christian right away?
Yeah, she went and she went, oh, it's coming for you. And then Alyssa was like to Derek X, well, we have the votes, so is it worth risking? Threatening him. Christian's response was, are you fucking kidding me? Alyssa said, I'm covering it, act normal. And Christian's going, oh, I should have took the shot at Derek X last week. Well, you didn't. You got Whitney out, and that was a waste of time, so you're an idiot. And then...
thank you.
and then...
I like Derek X, don't you? He's one of my top faves.
Yeah, he's good. I really like him. So then they were all talking in the gym room, and Sarah Beth goes, oh, well, you got to do what's good for your game. I thought, well, you would say that. Christian's the target and you're not. And then Christian was suddenly standing there in the conversation. It's like badly edited. So then Derek said, I'm blindsiding Christian. I said, you're not blindsiding him because you've told him about it. And then Xavier's pissed off because he's like in the Kings or whatever, isn't he? He was pissed off about it.
Was Christian a king?
Yeah. So then they were
That
about...
was the worst team, the Kings, wasn't it?
No, the Jokers was the worst team.
Oh, has that got Brittini in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Did you hear they're calling Brittini in the house now?
No.
Started by us, Round told me that.
Started by us.
well,
They couldn't
I mean-
possibly got from us to the house.
Well, you never know. Someone threw a tennis ball over our house. So,
You can listen. You've got a reward. You can listen to one podcast.
yeah.
BBonBlast,
Has to
sure.
be 3 hours long. Get good bang for your buck. So it was like the whole thing of like, okay, it's time for the veto meeting when they call them in. And then Christian grabbed Derek X and like pulled him off to the side just before the veto meeting. It was like,
There's a lot of that going around.
yeah,
lately.
it's like this isn't supposed to happen. This is breaking up the formula of the veto meeting. I don't like that.
I do.
I know you do.
Break all those formulas.
So then he like had him in the storeroom. He's like, you have to think about jury maintenance. Jury maintenance. Oops. Someone don't know what show they're on. And then Hannah left, and then I've said I do admire Christian's last minute pitch because he literally was the last person in Derek's ear. And then he said, Christian said, we can go after each other eventually. That's not a good thing to say. And then they cut off the episode before we found out if Derek had been swayed.
They did. And they did that again.
I don't like
on
that.
the episode we're waiting to watch.
I want to know.
I do think it's quite good, though.
Do you? Because
Yeah.
to keep spice things up.
I mean, it is...
For us, it's
The
good.
cliffhanger is exciting.
For us, it's good because like the live feeders, they know who's fucking gone up by Saturday, but we don't.
They knew it 3 weeks ago. This
Yeah.
is not in real time. But yeah, no, I do think from an editorial production point of view, it's kind of cheeky of them, but I do appreciate what they're trying to do.
You admire their gumption.
Do you know what is at the end of the episode?
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to ask you? Have
Go
you
on.
watched the new changing rooms?
No, I've seen people on daytime TV talking about it.
Okay, did you watch it back in the day? You must.
Yeah, of course.
Would you watch the revival or not?
Yeah, I'd have a look at it. Yeah.
It was supposed to be with Davina, which is
Yeah,
a shame.
I
But
know.
Davina couldn't do it. I think Davina decided to do her other documentary about like, menopause or whatever it is she's doing.
Oh, I feel you.
Other documentary, like Change Rooms' documentary.
Yeah.
What did I want to say about Changing
I don't
Rooms?
know, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
Oh, well, of course. He's like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen on acid.
Yeah.
Because he's like so into him, his own he's obviously had a big ego before, but now he like believes his hype even more. But it's kind of tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
You'll be pissed off if you do watch it because like at the start of every part they do a sort of like coming up.
Oh,
They do a coming up, and it's
no
like
more thoughts on that.
it's just like
Ruins it.
It takes all of the fun out of it because it's like putting the funny bits in the trailer, and they're
Just fast
they're
forward
they're the best moments of the next
those
part.
bits.
Oh, it's really how do you do that?
Just
It's very
pause on adverts and then remember to fast
Yeah.
forward. That's the trick.
hard. Be warned if you do watch it. Watch
Lawrence
out for
Llewellyn
spoilers.
Bowen, I'll say this to him, he's got a good head of hair on him, that guy.
Oh,
very thick and
some of the
lustrous.
best.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, I might check it out, but it ain't got a handy Andy on it no more, is it?
There's a new Handy Andy type character though. I won't tell you.
Isn't it a woman?
No, a man.
I see. So that's that episode. Should we do the next one, or do you want to have a break?
I'm happy to just go through it and we'll get
Come on, let's
last week out of the
kamikaze.
way.
Let's do it.
Right, you're gonna have 8 minutes this time.
Okay.
See if you can do it. Go!
Eviction. Julie in a beige top and trousers.
Oh,
Ew.
what
It
the
looks
hell?
horrible.
What was the deal with the bottom of the trousers? There was like the ankle, right, but like a little bit that hung down at the back, like a little,
Oh, God, hell no.
like a mud flap.
So I was thinking, oh, are they going to ruin who's up on the block with when they show the people in the chairs?
Oh, did they not?
Christian was sat in the chairs. Yeah. Oh no, Christian would have been sat in the chairs. It was Christian. Anyway, they didn't ruin it. Is what I'm saying.
Christian was sat where?
He was in the